There's this saying that I love. You only know the glory, you don't know the story. You only know the glory, you don't know the story. So I've been doing this wake up challenge where you wake up with me, and most of the time it's a little bit like maybe an hour or so after I really wake up and I'm doing my morning rituals. But this right now is something that's gonna be very raw and real, and I hope that it transforms you and helps you get past body pains. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is because the one thing that I want to change in my life right now for fulfillment is my health. And our health is our greatest wealth. I've been struggling with, before what was called IBS, and then they diagnosed me with ulcerative colitis, and then they moved it to Crohn's, and it's like taken over my life for like the last 10 years, off and on. There were 5 years that was really, really bad. I was hospitalized, blood transfusion, you name it. So many different things. I've been in remission for a while. Here and there, it'll have like spurts with it, and I've been able to control it with the Western medicine and doses of it where I took myself on and off and whatnot. But right now, I am determined to kick this thing in the ass because I've always believed that this is a misdiagnosis and that there's something else. And it always goes active by like April through August, and this year it went full-blown about 6 weeks ago. And so I am doing some new things with a new energetic doctor, and then I'm also using a lot more of plant medicine, energy medicine, word medicine, and all the other modalities. And I do believe that a shift in energy is always followed by a shift in reality. And this time around, I'm really tuned into a lot of the things that Donna Eden has taught with energy medicine. And colitis is really my blessing and my curse, because every time I have a breakdown like this, I rebuild and I am always better. And then I'm tuned into more of my spiritual senses, my esoteric gifts, and I'm given a lot of different gifts. But I'm always told to share, and this is, I don't like to share like the vulnerable parts. I just like show the pretty part. Oh, do this, da 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 da. But this is maybe what is really needed more for you to help you heal as well and help me. And we're all doing this together, and we're all in it together, right? And so I just had probably like 6 bowel movements, and they're like these little attacks. No, they're not a little attack. Sometimes they're little attacks, sometimes they're really big attacks. And afterwards, I'm out of breath, and my body's extremely sensitive. I'm very, very weak. I'm short of breath. All of my nerve endings are like throbbing, and it's a pretty painful state sometimes afterwards. And I really have to rest and acknowledge where my body's at. I have to scan my body. So if you're feeling any pain, I'm going to show you some tips that will help you energetically get out of it. And if you can be open to this, and perhaps this is the answers that you've been looking for, because I know that I was looking for answers, so that you can get out of your head and out of the pain faster and to heal faster. And so I may be a little bit shifty right now because I just got out of the bathroom, and like I said, afterwards I'm extremely weak. My body is not all there, and all of my nerve endings are throbbing, and they're very, very sensitive. So the breath is probably one of the most important things you can do then. Breathe a lot deeper. Do the box breath. Breathing in for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, breathing out for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds. For me, what really helps is even when I'm on the potty, is I have essential oils everywhere, but I have it especially there. And as I'm having my convulsions, my episode, I'm breathing it in. And the oil really helps calm my nervous system down. So your body immediately goes into a fight or flight with it. And so it's an overstimulus in like so many different areas of the Chinese medicine wheel. It's either earth, wood, fire, wood, or water. And so you want to calm those down. So afterwards, For me, afterwards, I get extremely cold, which is why I have to wear this robe, because otherwise my nerve endings will go crazy and I'll get cold and I'll send you immediately back into the restroom again. And when I'm on the restroom, it's not necessarily I have to go to the bathroom. I have these like contractions, and it's like almost like dry heaving, and it's so horrible. And afterwards, I get, like I said, cold because my body has no energy to produce heat. So the important thing for you is to fill up again, and for me, it's warm water and something that I love, and if I can smell it, it would even be better. And so I love like certain teas. My favorite is actually, it's a really cheap one. It's a Celestial tea, Celestial seasoning Bengal spice. This one right here, and you can get it at any grocery store. This is it's no caffeine, and it has a natural sweetness to it because you don't want to feed the inflammation. Every disease, every pain is caused by inflammation, and you want to tame that down. So I have that, or sometimes I just put certain herbs in my water and a little bit of raw real honey. I'll put in as well essential oils, and I use Young Living essential oils, and I just do a drop of that. And then I bless this drink, and lately I've been doing it where I send like maybe an energy color to it, certain healing modalities, and I put it on my forehead and I send that there, and then I drink it. This whole time though, the thing for you to do is really calm your body down, and you want it to be in a state of calmness and relaxation because you are in fight or flight, and there is a certain meridian that is in charge of that you really want to calm down, and that is your triple warmer. And so I'm going to show you several things with the triple warmer. So immediately after one of these attacks, I'll have to like sit, right, and just relax and just breathe, and I'll use my oils, and I'll really hold the cup until it's warm and it fills me. And there I will do this. Okay, I'm getting scrambled. And when I'm scrambled, there is this one, it's from Wayne Cook, that's a move where I cross my hand like this, and then I turn it, and then I breathe, and sometimes I'll look up, and then I'll let go. And you can cross your legs as well, and this just helps you de-scramble. Okay, so after an episode, I will sometimes just lay in bed like this, and I'll have essential oils already on my hands so that I can smell it more, because it's all about the breath, getting your body into a relaxation state, whatever it needs for you. And you don't need to do all this at the same time. Check in what is the best thing for me to do in this moment. It changes, and then you have all these tools that you can choose from. Okay, so then I'll tap, and this is your K27. Sometimes I'll tap hard if I need it more, if there's pain there. And it's just to move the body, the meridians and the energy out of the pain area. And then there's this part here, and then there's the spleen. Okay. Now, wherever, if there's a lot of pain, so like there's a lot of contraction right now in my my back and my anus, and sometimes I'll just hold that area right there, and I'll send energy and love to it. And then the other hand I will put here on the top of my head, and then I'll do that as I'm walking to my bed or to a chair, and I'll breathe more, deeper, and I'll count as I breathe. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I'll need to hold this for like 4 or 5 minutes. And the reason you want to put your hand on your head is so it helps get the blood to your head. This is your neurovascular. Okay, so then once I get into bed, because I'm so exhausted, I will hold my hand like this on the points, and then also here. Okay, and I will set my pillows on the side so that my hands can rest like that, and I will cross my feet and lay there for like I said, 2 to 5 minutes to get the blood up. And then I will do my triple warmer to calm that down. The triple warmer is your fight or flight. It's like your thermostat. And this thing needs to be calmed down so that you don't feel the fire as much. It was designed biologically to help you survive, but a lot of those things aren't needed anymore. But it's in our DNA. And so we need to unwire this. So to do that, you take your 2 fingers and you press here in your eyes. Well, rub first, flick it off. You want to remove any attachments, okay? And this will just help you get some more heat in the right places, okay? So then you're going to run and go slow and breathe your hands to your temple. And your temple, press that in and take 3 long deep breaths. Because remember, we're trying to get into a state of relaxation. Your body is in fight or flight. It is contracting. It is doing everything it can to try to get you back into a normalcy. But right now, it is like a fire blaze. So breathe, and then you're going to run it back here. And you don't have to run it hard. There is electric in your hands, electromagnetic fields in your hands. So then go back here and run down your neck, and then press down on your shoulder and give it a hard press, just so that, and then you can reaffirm yourself. I talk to myself a lot. I used to not, but now I think about that little 3 or 4-year-old child and what I would say to her to make her feel better, and that she's safe, and that she's okay, and that she's gonna be okay. So then you can breathe out, and then feel back here. You are healing. Words manifest, so don't say that anything that's bad. I mean, you feel that and you can acknowledge it, like, there's pain in my body. Please help remove this now. I am healing. My body is doing exactly what it needs to. It is strong. It is healthy. It is whole. It is healing. It is healing. So then do it again. You may want to do like 3 or 5 rounds of this, because your body's like, hey, 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 you know, like it's running all over and you're trying to stop it so it could calm it down. And I always think about my little girl, how she's so emotional and so spastic sometimes, and I have to get her attention. So by doing this slow, you're getting her attention, his attention, sorry. Maybe a guy's watching this and he's in a lot of pain and he needs this. And your soul is always looking for healing. If you are, you'll find it. And if you can be open to this, because what I'm telling you is just energy. It's not going to hurt you. Placebo or nocebo, if it works, use it. Don't question it. You are healing. You're strong. You're safe. You're whole. Okay. And so after that, I will hook up 2 fingers here and 2 fingers on my belly button, and I'll imagine a line, and I'll pull it up and I'll pull it up. Press in and always breathe. So hopefully that calms you down. Do that 3 to 5 times. Immediately after that, I will want to boost my spleen. And so the spleen meridian is always depleted. And so that meridian is over here, and it starts at your toe, okay? And it's a line, and you want to just line up and then go up and then out. So you want to fill up your spleen. I'll do it like 3 to 5 times. And you don't have to necessarily touch, you can just go over it, because there's electric there, and it's in the intention, and go slow. Okay, so if wherever you have pain, you know, put your hand there and your head. Okay, if those are immediate. Now, I also do several other things. Sometimes it's in a different order, but like I said, I'm kind of scattered right now because I just got done with this bathroom thing. I will use my secret swords, which is where I have two hands like this, and I will imagine myself, I will witness myself in my healthy state. I'm perfectly healed. And sometimes I'll say what it is that I'm asking for. So imagine myself, witness myself in the state that I want to be in my health. My body is healed. And 3 to 9 circles down and release. Or I'll say there's pain in my stomach. There's contraction in my stomach. But this can change. Please remove this pain for me now. Please restore my body to its natural balance. And this is a Shen balancing technique. 3 to 9 times, winding up the energy and releasing. You can do this for anything. So like say, I have a headache. Please take this headache away from me now. I can think clearly. So that's Secret Swords. The other one is the new one that I just found because I was in the hospital a couple weeks ago thinking I needed blood transfusion. And this is called Dynamind. It's a Huna technique. It's Hawaiian. And I'm calling it the energetic vaccine because this thing really does really work. And it works in pretty instantly. All of my stuff actually works within 3 to 5 minutes. If it doesn't, it's because maybe I asked it in the wrong way, or like I need to rephrase it so that the energy understands better what it is that I'm asking for. So the Huna technique is the Dynamind, my energetic vaccine, is where you put your hand in a circle, and this physiology combines your left brain and right brain together, and you state what it is that you have and the location. So right now there is swelling and throbbing in my rectum. I'm just getting personal, just getting real with you. Okay, and but this can change. And the saying, but this can change, is the key mover of this energy thing, because then your brain knows that it can change and it can relax and it can try to find a solution for you, no matter what it is. And sometimes the solution is not what it is that you think it is. So there is swelling in my rectum and contraction and lots of pain. But this can change. And then you state what it is that you want. I'd like for this to calm down. I'd like for this to be harmonized and balanced. I'd like for this pain to go away. Yes, I do. Please make it so. Make it now. Okay. In the very beginning, you're gonna be at a loss for words. Right now, I'm just trying to explain it to you, and so that you can find your way, and that it's not stupid, okay, and that you're not doing anything wrong. You're just trying to figure it out. And if you're doing it right, no matter what you do, it will be right. The more you do it, though, the more comfortable you'll be, and you'll be faster. But at first, you're gonna be slow. And then you're gonna tap here and breathe. And then you're gonna tap here, and this is your lao kum. It's the strongest point in chi. And here. And then back here. And this is your ancient hammer. It's where your C7 fuses from your back to your head. And then you're gonna put your hand back together again, and you're going to breathe the Picopico Breath. And the Picopico Breath is where the energy comes in the top of your head and then shoots out at the bottom of your feet or your heart or your belly. But there's a point of entry and a point of leaving, and you're gonna witness that. You're gonna imagine that. You're gonna see that. And that breath could be a color. It could be the rainbow. It could be even a flower, the essence of the flower, the energy of that, or an animal. Sometimes, for me, it's a dragon, because I love dragons. And I imagine it filling all of my cells and then coming out so that the earth can heal it. So then I check in with my body, I scan. What is the rate of the pain now? Has it gone away? Okay, and that's just like a few seconds. And sometimes I feel it lessening right away. And then sometimes I just need to lay down after 3 to 5 minutes, and then it is gone. Sometimes when I'm so exhausted, I do the yes technique, the yes therapy. And that's a series of questions of can you, will you, please, and thank you. And this was taught by Grandmaster David Harris as well, the one that taught me the secret swords. And it's a simple question. Sometimes I'm just laying in and breathing like, can you please remove this pain from me now? Yes. Will you please remove this pain from me now? Yes. Please remove this pain from me now. Yes. Thank you. And that's it. No hands, whatever, you know. Can you please remove the contractions from me now? Yes. Will you please remove the contractions from me now? Yes. Please remove the contractions from me now. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So you say that for yourself, and then you say the yes, and then you say the thank you. All right. Some other things. I also am such a believer in the foam roller, and sometimes I have actually 3, and this guy named Mark showed this to me this year when I was praying for another answer, and they're on the softer end, they're like medium to soft, and so these are 2, and then there's a 3rd one right here, and I will lay on this so that I am supported, because my nervous system, remember, is what is like out of whack, and so many of us, it's that too, and you just need to feel supported. You know, in yoga, when you sit on a block, you don't need to sit on a block, but there's something different about it. So I have another like meditation pillow right here, and then I will just lay here, and this middle, or this one that's horizontal, will be there where my hip's going to be, and then the 2 will be for my spine. And I lay here, and it activates or just turns on all of my nervous system, and then also like my head, my skull. There's lots of points on your skull. And then here, I'll scoot it so that it's on my hip, and I will just do this where I let that sit for, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes to help with like certain points there. And then I'll just lay here. Sometimes I'll just lay here with my head where I put the points on my forehead and I breathe. Or I'll twist my hand in that one thing so that, and then cross my legs so that my meridians cross, so that I'm not homolateral. And homolateral is where like your meridians just run parallel, and so it doesn't cross, so the information doesn't go through. Does that make sense? Okay. But I will lay there for like sometimes just 2 minutes. That's all I need. Sometimes it's 20. It depends on the pain. So if you have pain, then try those things, okay, and get your body into a relaxed state, because when it's in a relaxed state, it can be calm and you can find a healing for you. Talk to yourself, use words, because words manifest. Your body is doing exactly what it needs to heal. So right now my body's getting rid of a lot of toxins because my inflammation is sky high. On my test a month ago, my inflammation marker was at 3,210. A normal person is 100 to 250. So it has to have these clearings, and these morning bouts of coming out, it's releasing the toxins. So it is good for me, it just doesn't feel good. And it depends on the, where I am in the healing process. Now, if you don't feel these pains, but maybe you're going through a different type of pain, maybe more emotional pain or mental, or you're like maybe depressed, the things I just showed you are really helpful too. Like especially getting in your neurovascular, here, just laying there and removing it and doing positive affirmations. Now, if you are experiencing what you feel is like maybe depression, one of the reasons is because you're homolateral, and the best thing to do to get out of homolateral in the morning when you first wake up is to hook up by doing those 2 points and saying what it is that you want to feel and imagining the person that you want to be. And then when you're already in bed, what you want to do is actually do where your knees and your elbows like this, and don't cross them, but just do this, 12 times. Okay, then afterwards, you're gonna wanna cross 12 times. Okay, so the reason is because your body is in a pattern and it likes to be in that pattern. And if you knock it out of the pattern, it's gonna be like, what are you doing? And it's gonna fight to be back in that pattern again. So you want it to be comfortable in a place that it knows. So because you're homolateral right now and things aren't crossing, you wanna get it there so that you're comfortable, and then you're going to break the pattern by going the other way so that and go slow so that it doesn't like shock your system. So the first time you do it, it is probably best if you do it 12 times in a row. 12 times in a row, and go slow. And breathe and relax, okay, so that your body can learn to unwind. Afterwards, you may just need 3, and then you could just do 1. The energy sometimes will just hold for several hours, depending on how tightly wound you are, how willing you're ready to let go, how much work that you've done, how open you are as well. Okay, it will want to go into the old pattern. It just does. And like even for myself, who's been doing things for a long time, sometimes the energy only sticks like 3 hours or so, and then I have to redo it again. And it's just knowing the season that you're in and how weak you are at a certain until you build that muscle, until you break the pattern, until the new pattern sticks. So we can change any pattern, but we have to be able to recognize what that pattern is. So I hope that these tips helped you, and I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit longer, and then honestly after that something just shifts, and then I'm able to go on with my day, and things are better. I can see things better. I'm more clear. I have more love. I have more compassion, and I'm more in tune with what my body needs. So I really do believe that health is the greatest wealth, and I hope that you are healthy because your vibration matters. One person at the vibration of love and above can affect 70,000 people. 70,000 people exponentially. And right now, we all need it. This will help us get out of the state of fear. This will help us with our own body healing, improve our immunity, and be the energetic vaccine that we all need so that we can create, be in vitality, be in beauty, and then that affects other people, and then this gives people courage and the belief and the inspiration and the hope and the faith that they can create any life they want, living any life they want. So this is fulfillment. It's not your riches, you know. Fulfillment is knowing that you have purpose and that you're on track and that you bring happiness to others and you make a difference. So may you be free, may you find peace, may you have grace and courage.